Hey y'all, good Saturday morning. This October the 8th. I'm Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, with your Saturday weather. And it is all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Ace is the place for whatever you need. All right, we're starting this morning a bit chilly and a little bit frosty. As I mentioned yesterday, we would have some patchy frost. I don't think anybody got, well, widespread cold enough for everybody getting frost, but I think you will find several locations this morning that will be a bit frosty. Maybe your windshield is frosty. It is certainly cold enough. We'll check some of the numbers here in a moment, but as you can see here, even that satellite view looks pretty cold this morning. It has that grayish tinge to it. Those are not clouds. Now, there are clouds down south of us toward Chattanooga and on off into the Smoky Mountains. But that gray twinge you can see there, that is just the condensation, the condensing of the cold air. And there's some patchy fog in there. There's some frost. You can clearly see back to the west of us, the land between the lakes. And you can see some other lakes clearly showing up on the infrared satellite this morning. And that is just what you're seeing is a very stable, very dry, but very chilly atmosphere going on this morning across the area. And of course, there's no rain to be found anywhere now that we've had those cold fronts come through, and you could tell it was going to be a chilly night. We built a fire out back, and it was just, it felt so good, that breeze. But then it started getting chilly, and for the first time, um, since about April or May, I had to go in and put on a long sleeve shirt and some breeches. It made me even chilly last evening, even sitting out by the fire. I'm like, okay, now we're starting to feel some fall like air, some real fall like air. So here are the numbers currently as of 5:50 this morning, almost 6 a.m. The Kentucky Mesonet sites for the first time for some of you since, well, about May, are seeing some freezing temperatures this morning or close to it. We've got 34 back in Cadiz, Kentucky. Let's see, 37 in Russellville, 35 in Morgantown. I would say in Butler County, you probably have some areas of frost up in Grayson County, Litchfield at 35. See if we can find something colder. Oh, yeah. Well, there we go. The usual suspect down near the river, the Cumberland River in Burkesville, 33. That is only 1 degree above freezing this morning. Otherwise, we've got some mid 30s, even a 40 showing up here in Bowling Green, up in Hart County. You can see, and then there are other places in the state, I'm sure, that are even colder. Yeah, there's a 32 up in Nicholas County. Ooh, there's a 29. Where's that? Cynthiana up in Harrison County. That's in northern Kentucky once you get close to Cincinnati. So, yeah, we've got some colder temperatures on tap this morning. So, you may find some frost. There is still a frost advisory in effect this morning, and that is going to continue into this evening and tomorrow morning here in southern Kentucky and in much of the state of Kentucky, as a matter of fact. Let me show you predicted temperatures over the next 24 hours. We're starting out in the upper 30s, mid 30s to around 40 for Bowling Green this morning. We go through the day, it's going to be a sunny day, but it's going to be even cooler than yesterday's high of 71. We're only going to go into the mid 60s. Now, this is showing 63, but as I always tell you, with a very stable atmosphere, you can typically, and because it's so dry, you can typically add 2 degrees to that number and be pretty close to where we're going to land as far as an official high temperature for the day. So closer to 65, I would say, for Bowling Green. You see to the north, E-Town, Louisville, Lexington, even Somerset, upper 50s to around the low 60s, probably more likely. Mid 60s down around the Nashville and Middle Tennessee areas today, but it is going to be beautiful. It is going to be dry, and it's going to be cooler with that north wind. The winds are going to be more subdued today than they were yesterday. They were kicked up yesterday because of the cold front that passed through. Here's a look now at temperatures falling tonight. 36, maybe 35. And you can see around us that surely it's going to get cold enough for frost again tonight. I think tonight it would be more widespread frost than what we're seeing this morning. And especially up in the bluegrass here, east of Lexington and some of the more hillier areas. Look at that, Somerset 34. Some of this deep blue that you're seeing there, more likely being low 30s or around freezing for sure. So, yeah, again tonight, frost advisory is going to stay in effect. And it's going to be a frosty night, even more so than I think this morning is. And then we get into the mid 60s, maybe more upper 60s for high temperatures on Sunday. And Sunday's going to be another just fall day. All right, here's a look at the maps now. We'll go to that and see if we can find any rain. And I think we will, but we're going to have to wait just a little bit longer for that rain to come in, like middle of next week. Here's today, high pressure right now, just dominating the eastern third, or over half, really, 3/4 of the country, you could say. Put this into motion. We get some rain over toward Arizona, the panhandle of Texas, and Oklahoma. That all is going to stay back there. Just this rain can't come any further east because it just high pressure in the dry air just eats away at it. We go into Sunday afternoon, high pressure, beautiful day. Here we go into Sunday night, into Monday, and then into Tuesday. We start to see a warm front on the backside of this high pressure. It begins to move a little bit further east, trying to open up a little bit of the Gulf of Mexico moisture to stream northward. We will begin to warm up as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. Here we go into Wednesday, and here comes the cold front. This time there is Gulf of Mexico moisture, and by the time we get into Wednesday night and into Thursday, we finally get some rain. But not until then. That's still a long way to go before we get any raindrops, and therefore it's only going to get drier before we get some much needed rain. Therefore, the fire danger, Barron County's under a fire ban. Typically, this time of the year, we go under one wholesale anyway, everybody. But we've been waiting for the humidity levels to reach the right point, and I think we just all need to pretend that we need to just not. We're all under a ban, is what I'm trying to say. We just all need to just don't, unless you've got a grill or you got a fire pit away from wooded areas, away from weeds, and you're well protected and you're sitting there watching the fire, you're okay. But if you're trying to do a control burn, as you saw the other day, somebody did a control burn in their field and it caught their house on fire, and now their house is gone. That happened here in Warren County. So I just wouldn't until we get some rain. And then finally by Friday, we get that front passing by and a secondary front, which will clear things out, but it's going to cool us back down again. So, we're done with any hot weather, heat, humidity. We're done with all of that. It's gone. It's over. And we're now in the period of cooler, drier air. We'll finally get some rain next week, but look at these temperatures staying fairly tame here and even below average. I mean, yesterday we hit a high of 71. The average is 76. Okay, look at this scale. Look at this forecast for the next 10 days, and you only see maybe 1, 2, 3 days out of 10, 3 days out of 10 that are going to be at or above average. And that would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday before the next cold front comes in with rain next Thursday. Then we cool back down again. But boy, those are some really nice temperatures. 60, mid 60s today, near 70 tomorrow. Then we go 77, 80, 84 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Cold front with rain. Wednesday night into Thursday, we cool back down to 73. And then we just stay 60s and 70s. And look at those lows, a lot of 30s in there at the beginning and the end of that period. And that means more frost. So it is typical fall, and even below normal fall like temperatures are going to continue, except for those 3 days in the middle of next week. And then we finally get some rain. At least I hope so. It's way too dry. I mean, and then everybody's talking, we were talking yesterday about the leaves changing color. They're doing that. But what we need are two things to happen right now for it to really just blossom into these colors. We need much colder air, a really good cold snap, and then we need rain. That will help the photosynthesis process break down the sugars in the leaves and break down all the chemicals needed to make those colors happen. If that doesn't happen, then we're going to have a dull, muted looking, kind of a foliage color to everything. But if we can just get a good cold snap and a good rain in here, I think that would help the colors just really be vibrant as we go through the next few weeks. All right, you guys, enjoy your Saturday. Have a great weekend. Thank you for watching as always. God bless, and I'll see you right back here tomorrow morning.